type 1 and type 2 errors. Type 1 error is the probability of rejecting H null when H null is true. And the probability of type 1 error is your alpha. And type 2 error is the probability of not rejecting H null when H null is false. And type 2 error is your beta. Example 2. A phone industry manager thinks that customers' monthly cell phone bills have increased, now average over $52 per month. The company wishes to test this claim. Suppose a sample is taken with the following result: n equals to 25, x bar equals to 53.1, and s equals to 10. Assume a normal population and alpha equals to 0.1. Part A, state the null hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis. So when you're solving these questions, there are 4 steps. The first step is asking the 2 questions. Which situation are you in? That's the first question. And second question is, what testing are you dealing with? So the first question is, which situation are you in? And how we know which situation we're in is we look for the key variable S. S equals sample standard deviations. And because we have sample standard deviations, that means we don't have population standard deviations. So therefore, we know that this is t distributions. So that means we're in the second scenario. We're in the second situation. We're in the situation where we have the mean with sigma unknown. The second question is, which testing are you dealing with? And how we know which testing we're dealing with is we look at the first 2 sentences. We're trying to test if the cell phone bill have increased or not. Has it increased over $52 or not? That's what we're trying to test. So therefore, we know this is one tail greater than. Once we have answered the 2 questions, then we move on to step 2, which is stating the hypothesis. And we start off with the H1. H1 is what we want to prove. Our alternative hypothesis is what we want to prove. We want to prove that the mean is greater than 52. We want to prove that the phone bill have increased over $52. That is our H1. H0 is the original situation, is the opposite. So H0, we have the mean is less than or equal to 52. And that is the second step. Step 3, we're going to calculate the test statistics, the critical value, and the p-value. So first, we calculate the test statistics. And when we look at the formula sheets, we have all the value for the test statistics that we need to calculate. So we can just substitute the value into the equations. X bar is your 53.1. And then your mu is 52. That comes from the null hypothesis. And your mu equals to 52 because we haven't proved anything yet. We haven't proven anything yet. So therefore, we have to assume that the H null is true. And the H null states that the mu is less than or equal to 52. So the mu is equal to 52. So that's what we're assuming. And we have to assume that is true because we haven't proved anything yet. And the next variable is your S. S is your sample standard deviations, which is 10. And then your sample size is 25. And when we calculate the numbers, we're going to get test statistics equals to 0.55.